everybody, and welcome back to the weekly Oracle Wisdom. When I did last Sunday's reading for the week, I did ask everyone on both High Vibe and on YouTube here if you all wanted a monthly reading for the month ahead. And as we're at the 1st of June, everybody that commented had said yes. So I thought, why not kick off this halfway point of the year? Can you believe we're already in June? And do a month ahead reading. So today I'm starting with the Wisdom of the Oracle. I thought it'd be nice for a change from my weekly readings where I use the Ascending Life Oracle. So let's see what June has in store. I seriously can't believe that we are 6 months into the year. That is crazy to me. I swear it was New Year's Eve just a few days ago. All right, let's see. I'm saying all that and TikTok. So this is all about time. I'm going to pull a couple more before I go in any one direction with this, but it makes me laugh when I'm just saying the things and then it comes up. I mean, time is speeding up. It is absolutely insane how quickly time is going. Got the yin card. I'm going to pull one more before I really get into it. So that's our feminine side, the yin, balancing out the masculine energy of the yang. So is it the feminine that's feeling the pressure of time and that it's moving so quickly? And we've got mending. So just before I keep shuffling, I think this month there is a focus on the female energy. And are you feeling rushed for time? I think we're all going. And so rarely do we stop and actually think about if this is what we need to be doing. We exist in a world where we're always meant to answer our phone. We're always meant to be available to people, and things just don't stop. And in that, and especially as women, we often don't think of ourselves. All the mothers out there that have children, it's always, got to do this for the kids, got to do that. And if you're taking care of a partner at the same time, it becomes a lot, and it's very, very easy as a woman to sort of put yourself last. So when I see mending, I almost feel like it's mending things for yourself. It's fixing what's not working for you. And you have to take that time to do that, to sort of rebalance and recalibrate. We are halfway through the year, as I've said about 30 times already. And with time moving so quickly, again, it's because we're caught up and we're doing everything for everybody else. We're trying to smash things out because we constantly feel that time pressure. And you have to stop sometimes and just sort of fix where things are at. Maybe things are out of control at home. You know what I mean? Like the housework's getting away from you, and there are other things that just need your attention. And I think that this is a time to stop and do all of that before the next part of the year sort of kicks off and you get caught up in all of that. Fork in the road. So this is where you choose which direction you go in. And you can probably keep going and not stop, not slow down, not do any of those things. But the problem with doing that is nothing changes if you don't change things. So this is the moment in time where you have to decide what you're going to do. And taking care of yourself is about having balance in your life and in your world. And if you don't take care of you, at some point you hit burnout and you're not able to keep going. And that's not good for anyone. So even though when you're choosing which direction you need to go in, you might think, right, I just need to keep going. I just need to get through this. But no matter what it is you're getting through, there's always going to be something else that you have to take care of, that you have to get done. So if you keep going at the rate that you're going to be a mess. So to take the other path, yes, you may have to slow down a little bit. Yes, people may be frustrated with you. Yes, things may not move as quickly as what perhaps you want them to. But by creating a slightly different balance and a slightly different way for things to play out, you may very well find that it's a better life. It's a better balance. The yin and the yang is balanced, as opposed to just constantly sort of being stuck in the yin or the yang. Either way, if you're out of balance, it's not healthy. Okay. New life. So new life, new beginnings. It's always good things. It's always exciting. But again, you will feel re-energized and vitalized and revitalized. Get all your words out, Natalie. But you want to feel this way. And that's how it feels at the beginning of anything, beginning of a new romance, beginning of a new job. You feel inspired and like the sun is shining and the birds are singing and all of that. And you can have that in your life, but you need to fix what's not working. So that's a decision you need to make. And look, from the outside, it's always an easy thing to say that you need to do and to give advice to people and say, well, you need to just switch up how you're doing it and you need to shift and do this. But when you're in it, it's really tricky. And when you're emotionally attached to outcomes and timelines and how things are being done, it's difficult to let that go. And we get used to that. So it can be a little intimidating when you're choosing something different, but you want this. This is what you want happening in your life. We pull one more, maybe two. And then I've got a couple of other decks I'm just going to pull a few cards from. But if you are following any of the astrology channels, you'll know that the astrology for the rest of this year is really nuts. And so if you are having this moment and if this reading's resonating with you, before we get into the craziest part of the year, now is the time to get everything set up so that with whatever comes, you're good to go. And if you're burnt out, it's going to be that much harder. Okay. Higher power. If you're having questions about this or if you're unsure, tap into this. And we all have the ability. We can all sit there and reflect and get the answers if you're able to still your mind. Try meditating. If meditating's not really your thing, maybe do yoga or something like that, something that will ground you and still your mind so that you're able to sort of hear the messages that are coming through. The messages are always coming through, but it's whether you listen to them or not. They'll give you direction and tell you which way to go, but I think you already know. I don't think that anything that I'm saying right now is a huge surprise or anything like that. So this one just jumped out. Why? And I mean, this could go in 100 different directions, but why aren't you listening? Why aren't you listening to the messages you're already getting? You already know what it is you need to do, but you're putting it off. So if you're still, you're going to hear what they're saying, but you're also going to understand why you're doing what you're doing. And when you understand it, you can change it. You know, it's like somebody with an addiction problem. Once you are able to recognize that there's a problem, that's when you're able to change it. You can't do anything before that. So sit down and have a very honest conversation with yourself about why you're doing what you're doing. And also figure out what it is you want. Do you want to keep going the way you're going? Do you want this feeling of a new life and feeling balanced? And when you figure out the answer to those questions, the fork in the road isn't a scary thing. It's actually a really, really easy thing to answer once you get to it, because you just sit there and go, okay, I know exactly what I want. And so this is where I'm going. And if, for me, in the past, when I sort of hit those forks in the road, often I've figured it out before I get there, but I'm able to look at the other path and go, there is nothing down there that I want. I'm so ready to go in this direction. And that obviously makes it easier, but you have to be able to tune in and sort of hear the answers and figure it out. And even if that means you're being brutally honest about who you are and why you're doing the things you're doing. So now I've got the Sacred Destiny Oracle, which is a Denise Lim deck. Wonders. I feel like the new path, because this jumped out while I was talking about knowing which path to go down. When you choose the path that is exciting to you, that gets your heart racing and your stomach nodding and all those incredible things, you end up in this place. And I mean, look, that's every color in this card is my favorite color. Purple, just, it's been my color for my entire life. And I look at that mixed with all of those, and that's just wonderful. To me, this looks like a brand new galaxy. And who doesn't want to go there? It's wondrous and it's special and it's beautiful. And like I said, if I had to pick somewhere based on colors, that would be it. That brings me joy and calmness. So choose the place that's going to take you there. I feel like June is going to be a good month. If you're being true to who you are and if you're being honest with yourself and therefore making the decisions that are right for you, I feel like it's going to be a good time. You just have to trust it. Okay. Why can I not? Enlightenment. Same thing. It's sailing off into this galaxy, and you can see there the Milky Way and the boat or the yacht going off into the Milky Way. I think all of this is about heading off in the right direction. I was trying to pick up another card and I couldn't grab it, and this is the one that came out. So I think they're just doubling down on where it is you're meant to be, and you have to be the one to make the choice to go in this direction, and you have to trust that it's all good when you take these steps. Take care of yourself, choose the right path for you. Blessings. So you've got the blossoms in bloom and that beautiful, I'm going to call it a canary because that's what it kind of looks like to me, but everything's growing, everything's blooming and full of color. Like I said, I feel like it's a good month. None of the heavier cards are coming through. And I know with the Wisdom of the Oracle cards that came out, we got, about choosing a path and mending, but I don't feel like any of this is really difficult or hard work. I think it's just about honesty and being true to who you are. And then the rest of it's just there. So think about what you want, manifest what it is you want. Start those little habits that you've wanted to do, whether it be reading every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes before you go to bed, just little things that start to become a habit and shift the way you live your life. All right, I'm going to pull one more and then flow. So it's funny because the next deck that I'm going to be using is the Healing Waters Oracle. So I love that water has come up in this one once again. So be in your flow. You have to trust it. So again, go back to your higher power. Trust what you're getting. Trust what feels right in every fiber of your being. And I'm not talking about, when I talk about going with the flow and trusting sort of what's there for you, sometimes people go, well, this felt right and this felt right. And look, we've all made bad decisions in our life. I mean, we're human. This is what we're here to do. We're here to experience and learn. But here's the thing, when you look back in hindsight, the things that you were chasing that didn't turn out well, generally, for me anyway, when I look back, it never felt 100% right, but part of me wanted it, whether it be ego or something else, some other part of me wanted this thing that I was chasing. But, the deeper part of me, if I had have really been honest with myself at the time, I knew that thing wasn't right. But the things that do feel right, the thing that you wake up thinking about every single morning and you can feel the desire for it and that it's right in every fiber of your being, those are the decisions that you have to go towards. Those are the things that, are right. Every time I followed that feeling, it's never led me astray. It hasn't always been the easiest path, but it's never led me astray. It's never taken me to a bad place. So this is why you have to ground yourself, why you have to be still your mind so you can shut all the noise out of your ego and of all the other parts of you that are chattering and telling you how it is you need to live or what you need to do. And you need to listen to the deepest, wisest part of you and the part that connects with spirit. So this is a Rebecca Campbell deck. The Pink Dolphin, celebration, fun, unbridled joy, open heart. So it's time to be in this space. And when you're able to still your mind and listen to what it is you're meant to be doing, this is where you end up. Celebrating, fun, joy, all the things. Swimming with the dolphins. Oh, how fun would that be? Although I've been watching all these videos where marine biologists apparently hate dolphins. I'm not about that. I see the dolphin as a sign of wisdom and beauty and just, again, a deeper connection to nature. And the pink dolphin, man, I'd love to see those. The pearl, alchemy, the reward at the end from grit to grace. So this is where you've got to focus on moving towards, again, by following what is deep within you and you're meant to be following. That's when you get the pearl. It's when you find what it is you've been searching for, what we've all been searching for. So if you make the right decisions, you're going to be rewarded. Whether it be you achieve the thing you've been working towards, whether it be you step into this life and maybe there's not a conclusion to what it is you're doing, but the reward is that you're living true to yourself. You're living the life that you've dreamed of. You're living the life that you want to be living, and a life where you don't wake up in the mornings and dread having to get out of bed and go to a job that you don't enjoy. It's getting up and being in a place where you're happy to go and do the things that you have to get done that day. It makes a difference. Mother of the salt waters, passion, wild love, open your heart, let love in. So there's a whole lot about open heart coming up. So has your heart been closed? And if it has, you need to open it. And love doesn't just need to be romantic love, although if it is, because I know there are people out there that say, I'm done with dating, I'm done with romance, I'm done with all of this. You don't have to go searching for it. Just don't be closed off to it if it appears in front of you. Okay, hang on. But just open your heart to the possibilities. Open your heart to friendship. Open your heart to maybe people that you were just closed off to a little bit. Nobody that you needed to shut out. Just, it's very easy to get caught up in your own world and be done with allowing anyone new in because your life is full. There might be a new friendship for you. Just be open to whatever possibilities the universe may put in your path. So this is what jumped out of the deck. Immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. So like I said, if there's something that you're thinking about, even if you don't do it yet, start looking at how to learn it. You know, if it's a dance class and you don't have anyone to go with, go on your own. Be brave. Just go and start doing something. Maybe you'll meet some new friends. Maybe in a year's time, you'll be a master at whatever it is. Start the new habits that you want to implement in your life. If it's going for a walk every day, like I said before, if it's reading, if it's doing yoga, if it's just whatever it could possibly be, just start and indulge and enjoy and let it take you where it needs to take you. So I turned the deck over just because I was being told to do it. And the card that came out is the Sirens. Use your voice, expansion, and freedom. So speak up. It's time to say what you want, how you want it done. Tell the people in your life what it is you need. And maybe that will help with the whole time issue and fixing whatever's not working in your life. But speak up, say what you need, tell the people around you, because they're not mind readers. They don't know. So maybe you need help. Maybe you need somebody else to step up and take some of the load off of you. You're allowed to ask for that. So do that. Make sure you take care of yourself, mend what's not working in your life. Listen to the messages that you're getting and don't just listen to them, hear them. Actually hear them and take that knowledge on, and just know that if you do these things, everything opens up in the month ahead and you will be able to celebrate. And don't forget to stop closing your heart off. And I understand why people are doing it. It's so easy to do at the moment in a time where the world's pretty messed up. People are really selfish and only caring about themselves. And you don't need to be that way. And sometimes when you open your heart, it allows others around you to do the same thing. I hope this has resonated for at least some of you. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And I will be back tomorrow for the weekly Oracle Wisdom. I will see you then.